Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Andy Cohen opens up about weight loss, microdosing GLP-1, and his fitness journey. Andy Cohen has been sporting a trimmer figure in recent months, but the Bravo TV host is more focused on his health than the number on the scale. While appearing on Today with Jenna and Friends on September 26, the Bravo host explained what inspired him to embark on a weight loss journey, and detailed the steps he took to get in shape. "I couldn't button my suits. It was bad," he said. Cohen went on to describe how working in the TV industry can make you more aware of your physical appearance at times. We all notice ourselves, and especially when we're on TV, and we're looking at a freaking monitor of ourselves every day. It's terrible. If you watch the Valley reunion from last season, which I know you will, I did not look my best. Let me say that, he said. And it was after that I was like, I gotta get this together. Cohen said he feels great after losing a good chunk of weight and noted that he used a few weight loss methods to slim down. "I was microdosing a GLP. Whatever it's called," he said. Cohen was referring to GLP-1 medications, which mimic at least one hormone produced by the gut to signal fullness, leading to a reduced appetite. Guest co-host Chanel Jones was curious to know if microdosing a GLP-1 drug was enough for Cohen to make progress in his weight loss journey. "It was enough for me. It kickstarted something," he said. In addition to microdosing over the summer, Cohen has also made changes to his diet and fitness routine. "It was a real fitness journey for me as well. And I'm just being so much more deliberate about what I put in my mouth and how I work out. And I'm lifting heavier weights and it's been great," he said. In a recent episode of his radio show, Cohen addressed the topic of microdosing and said he started after telling his doctor he was really unhappy with his weight. "My doctor and I talked about this last year. They had recommended a GLP-1 a few times to not only address what I was feeling about my weight, but treat plaque in my arteries and high blood pressure. This is a medication that actually is beneficial to a lot of elements of health. And I finally said yes," he said. Microdosing involves taking a smaller amount of a drug than typically prescribed. According to the Cleveland Clinic, there's a lack of research on the safety of microdosing and how it can benefit your health, and patients shouldn't microdose medication without speaking to a doctor first. Cohen shared why he was being so open about his use of a weight loss drug on his radio show, saying, "Given that for 20 years I have been asking people about their body regimens, I think it would be completely hypocritical not to share that I did lose a good chunk of weight by microdosing a GLP-1 all summer." Andy Cohen has never been shy about spilling the tea on Housewives, pop culture, or his own life. But in a refreshing and surprisingly vulnerable turn, the Bravo kingpin has opened up about something deeply personal: his weight loss journey, his decision to microdose a GLP-1 medication, and the holistic shift in his relationship with fitness. For a man who built an empire moderating other people's dramatic confessions, this time, the spotlight is on him and he's leaning into it with clarity, humor, and zero shame. The wake-up call story didn't begin in front of a camera or on one of his HO franchise reunion couches. It began quietly behind the scenes, when Eddie caught a glimpse of himself in a photo and didn't quite recognize the man staring back. He wasn't spiraling or unhealthy, but something inside him whispered, "It's time." As I got older, I realized I couldn't just rely on good genes and occasional cardio, and he has admitted, "I needed a real plan, something sustainable that didn't involve beating myself up." And like many high-profile personalities in Hollywood and beyond, his path led him to something that's become both celebrated and controversial: GLP-1 medications. Microdosing, not megadosing in like the dramatic weight loss narratives surrounding celebrities using medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro. Andy's approach has been very deliberate, measured, and most importantly transparent. He revealed he'd been microdosing a GLP-1, using it not as a crash tactic but as a subtle support system. He didn't want to drop massive pounds overnight or dramatically shrink his frame. His goal was balance, appetite management, and a reset of long-standing habits. "I wasn't trying to become a different person," he explained. "I wanted to fine-tune the person I already am." This nuanced approach was refreshing, not glamorizing, not sensationalized, just honest. And in a world obsessed with body commentary and quick fixes, Andy's version sounded sane. Fitness with less pressure, more intention. Weight loss was only one part of the bigger picture. For years, Andy's relationship with working out was what he calls event-based. He'd hit the gym when a photo shoot, beach trip, or reunion taping crept up. But his consistency lived in short spurts. That mindset shifted in his late 40s and early 50s, especially after becoming a father. Suddenly, fitness wasn't about vanity, it was about energy, longevity, and setting the tone for his kids. "I want to be the dad who can keep up." "I want to be the 60-year-old who isn't slowing down," he joked. But the intention was real. His new routine? Achievable and anchored in variety. Strength training 3 times a week focused on mobility. And lean muscle. Low-impact cardio cycling. Brisk walking and occasional intervals. Core work because, according to Andy, lower back pain is louder in your 50s. Stretching and functional movement something he used to roll his eyes at, but now swears by. And here's the key: no guilt. Instead of chasing perfection, he built a habit. The eating shift, moderation over martyrdom. Microdosing a GLP-1 helped Andy recalibrate hunger cues. But his nutrition journey wasn't built on denial. He adjusted without drama. He still enjoys cocktails, the occasional late-night takeout, and the kind of carbs that belong in Bravo confessionals, but the shift came in portion control and planning. His meals are now rooted in what he calls adult moderation. Protein with every meal, more fresh greens, and fruit. Smart snacking instead of grasping hydration as a habit, not an afterthought. And no, he hasn't broken up with iced coffee or tequila. Vanity meets vulnerability, and he has candidly acknowledged something most men don't talk about: the pressure to look good in the spotlight. While women in the entertainment industry have long been expected to explain their faces, bodies, and choices, male figures rarely address it. And he flipped that script. "I'm on TV. It's part of the deal. I see myself more than anyone sees themselves. If something feels off, I'm allowed to address it." That transparency has resonated deeply with fans, especially those who are tired of celebrities pretending they just cut out soda and lost 25 pounds overnight. Fatherhood is motivation. Becoming a dad was a catalyst in more ways than one. With 2 young children, Ben and Lucy, and he isn't chasing runway abs, he's chasing stamina. Mornings start earlier. Bedtime routines replace nightlife. And the biggest flex of all? Carrying a toddler while hosting Watch What Happens Live level energy at 8 a.m. Being in shape isn't about shirtless selfies. It's being able to lift a kid, run around the house, and not feel wiped out. That awareness naturally blended into his weight and fitness journey, giving his efforts a sense of purpose rather than panic. The social conversation be openly discussing GLP-1 microdosing, and he stepped into a much larger cultural conversation. Some celebrities whisper about it, others deny it. And he chose the third path, transparency without the tricks. He didn't glamorize it. He didn't apologize for it. He treated it like what it was: one piece of a broader wellness mosaic. "I'm not in the business of pretending. If something helps me feel better and I'm doing it safely, why wouldn't I talk about it?" Fans praised him not for using the medication, but for normalizing the conversation, especially for men, who often remain silent about weight struggles. Aging with intention at 56. And he doesn't aspire to look 30. He's embracing what he calls the upgraded version of me, stronger, balanced, and comfortable in his body. He's eliminated the shame loop that so many fall into, something he attributes to therapy, fatherhood, and humor. "I don't want to live in extremes. I want to live in reality." And the reality is, what he's doing is working. Not dramatically, not desperately, but steadily. The Takia Wandi Cohen's wellness evolution isn't a Cinderella story or a before and after headline. It's a modern recalibration, a blend of personal accountability, science, and self-compassion. He didn't chase a miracle. He designed a lifestyle. He didn't abandon who he was. He made room for who he wants to be, and in true Andy fashion, he opened the conversation rather than closing the curtains. So no, it's not just about weight loss. It's about honesty, ownership, and the kind of glow that isn't just visible, it's lived. If anyone can turn wellness transparency into a cultural moment, it's the man who turned dinner party drama into primetime gold.